Hey. Hi, everybody. It's Cassie, and we're on day 14 of Art Advent Live and Carve December. And it's Sunday. I hope you're having a lovely morning. Maybe you got to sleep in, or maybe you got to sit and have coffee in stillness and quiet. I don't know. Maybe you're Christmas shopping. Whatever it is, I hope you're having a beautiful morning so far. And thanks for coming to hang out with me and play with markers. There's so many different kinds of markers. I have a few on my desk, certainly not even close to all of the options that exist. But we're just going to play with what we have and talk about markers. And sorry, I was like a minute or two late, but it's been a crazy morning so far. And yeah, but I'm excited to get going. So if you're here live, say hi so we can chat. Just adjusting this other screen. Okay, and so let's see. Today we're talking about markers for Art Advent, and then we're also for Carve December, the prompt is drink. So I'm excited to see what you carved if you're doing that challenge. That is really fun. So yeah, if you're here live, say hi so I can chat. And then also, if you're watching the replay, just type hashtag replay and let me know if you have any questions, of course, as we go. Good morning, Sonia. How are you? Working on my coffee and getting my planner set up for the week. Oh, that's a great idea for Sunday. I love that. Yeah, it's early where you are, right? So 11, so it's 8 a.m. Wow. Well, you're awake and you're already having coffee and it's Sunday, so I'm really impressed. Okay, so let's get to it. Yeah, sorry, my desk is a little bit chaotic here. I was pulling all the markers and just, doing all the things today. Okay, let's see. So this by no means is not, it's definitely not an exhaustive list of all the markers that exist. That would be probably near impossible. In fact, even as I'm doing this, I'm thinking of more that I could include here. So let me just get some more out. We're going to talk about them. We're going to play with them. We're going to just make stuff. Ooh, this is pretty colors. I'll get some different colors out here. I also have these ones. Oh yeah, right. That's good. We'll get a couple of those. Okay. So look at this. This is like, I picked a couple colors from each kind of marker. But anyway, well, if you're playing along with me, what kind of markers are you using? What markers do you like to use? What's your favorite? Whatever, all that stuff. This is my stamp for the day. We didn't use my love stamp yesterday, so I might like to use it today. We'll see. But then today's is like a coffee ring with the splatter. I don't know. It's not great, but it's pretty good. And so that is for drink for me. Okay. So what I want to do is move these out of the way and sort of like talk about them and play and make marks with them at the same time. Okay. So I think what we need to do is start a tag or a journal page or something. Let's see. I kind of liked working on the watercolor, and we can make tags out of that. So let's just do that because it's fun and easy. And we'll just create on this and make a tag out of it. People seem to like that. And it's, when you're just playing with a product and you don't really have like anything in particular in the moment, doing this kind of thing is kind of nice because it's easy and you don't have to worry about like making something. So, okay. Okay, I'm thinking about where I want to start. So let's start here because I've got this big sort of like tin or bucket, whatever, of these markers. These are Arteza, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And they are, they're real brush pens from Arteza. And I've had these for a long time. I'm going to say more than 5 years, I'm pretty sure. And look, they're still juicy. They still work. The interesting thing about these is they have like a real brush. So it's not like a felt tip, but can you see it's like if you had an actual paintbrush in a marker. So that's kind of nice. And it gives you just a different effect, and you can color with it in different ways. Now, this is just me putting it right on the paper, but you could also put some color on a non-stick mat, like the silicone mat or Teflon or whatever. And then you could take a paintbrush. Let's just grab one out of here. I got fresh water today. Yay. And then you could wet a paintbrush. I need a paper towel. Sorry, no, sorted. Here we go. Just to sort of blot off some of the water. Excuse me. Okay. And pick up the paint, and then you could paint with it like watercolor. So that's nice. Most, I'll say either watercolor markers, like, where are they? Like this Ecoline. We used these the other day, but I'm gonna show them again because they are markers. These are watercolor markers, okay? Because it's like concentrated watercolor, uh, liquid watercolor, basically. So you can do the same thing here. You could put it on your mat, or you could just color directly. Look at how juicy that is. Oh, I love it so much. This is a felt, or, not a, this is like a regular brush tip. And it's nice because you can get like really thin lines if you're drawing or something. You can, and then you can make them thicker, and you can scribble and do all the things. And you can also get your paintbrush and pick up some color and also paint with it. So that's a really nice way to use them. If you are traveling or something and you want to do some watercolory kind of painting, but you don't want to bring a bunch of supplies, you could just bring a few brush pens, there's many different kinds. You can also, if I got a bigger one, let's see, let's get a um, wider paintbrush here and see what we can do. So it's pretty wet. You can, depending on the quality of your watercolor paper too, but you can see I can kind of activate this and get some flow. And same thing with this one. This one moves a little bit better than the other one, but you can see how I can kind of get rid of some of those lines and move it around. All right. All right. So there we go. Let's see. So there's lots and lots and lots of they're either like water-based or dye-based, and there's a lot of similarities there. So I don't think I'm going to go into the differences too much unless you want to know, but this is a brush pen from Bruynzeel, which is also part of Royal Talens. It's one of their lines, and these are nice because these are felt tip, just dye-based markers, and so, but they have a brush tip side. It's sort of like a Tombow, if you've ever used that. And then they have a fine point side in the same color, so that's really nice to have both options. Let's see if it moves around. I wonder if it's the program, because nothing has happened on my phone. So weird. Sorry about that. Might have to look at a new program. We'll see. I've been using this one forever and I really liked it, but I don't know if it's the program or if it's my phone, but it sure is being weird. Okay, so this one does move around too. So it's fun to just sort of, if you get some new markers or if you're just sitting down to play, it's fun to just get a piece of paper and figure out what stuff can do. So I'm going to let this dry, and then we'll try some other things with it later. So the Zig marker, this is the clean color dot. This is really cool. I have a lot of these and I love them because it has like a rounded dot. Um, Good morning, Alicia. I'm excited to hear about the art supplies you got. If you got anything, let me know. But look, you can just, it's like firm but a little bit squishy, and you can just press and you can make little tiny dots. You can make slightly bigger dots. Look at that. It's so fun. Let me show you up close. Isn't that cool? and they come in many, many colors. So when you're adding doodles, I mean, you could also just color with it, but it really is meant to be a dot maker. And then on the other side of it, they have like the fine line marker. So if you want to doodle or do something, oh, you can barely even see that. There you go. So I love these dot markers, and there have been a couple other brands that made their version of dot markers, and I tried them, and you know, I didn't really love them, if I'm being honest. I don't even remember the brands now, but Zig makes the best dot marker. If you're going to get some, I would recommend getting theirs because the tip really matters. So it can't be super hard because you need to be able to squish it down to be able to get a bigger dot. And also be able to like get super teeny dots. So to have that flexibility and just, it's very juicy and it's just the best one that I've ever used. So just, that's just my opinion. You can do what you want with it, but okay. We also have another version. So I showed you these in the very beginning, and they have like a paintbrush sort of tip on them, right? But there's also another version of a similar thing, and I have a couple colors here. Here we go. These ones are from Spectrum Noir, but let's see, what's the other company that made these? They were called like Luna or something. Maybe it was at Tonic. I can't remember the brand, but it's a similar thing. I'm going to just give it a little shake. Actually, just this one. This one has sparkle in it. This one does not. But basically, um, it's like a brush pen. So remember when I showed you, ooh, I don't have any over here. When we were doing watercolor and I showed you that there's these water brushes and you just squeeze it and the water comes out. There, the water comes out and you can use it like a paintbrush if you're traveling or whatever, or just to make it a little bit easier. This, so this is a similar thing, if you see, and it is a paintbrush. It's got the fibers there like a paintbrush. So it even says push right here, which you can't really see. So you push it to get some color going, and then, hold on, it hasn't been used in a while. There we go. And then you get some color flowing out. It's like a watercolor thing. This one has some shimmer in it. So when it dries, you're going to see some sparkle. And then it comes in lots of different colors. I don't know if Spectrum Noir still makes these. I think they do. I don't know for sure, but I know there are other brands that do as well. And look, you can even like, blend and color over. These are really easy to use and fun. The only thing I would say if you're going to get something like this, oh, Wink of Stella, that's it, Sonia. Thank you. Thank you. I knew someone would know. You're amazing. Yeah, Wink of Stella. I do have some of those too somewhere, but they're basically the same as this, but they had some more shimmer ones and they had some metallics and stuff like that. Anyway, the main thing with these is you do not want to store them flat, okay? Because you will make a mess. Trust me, I spent a lot of time cleaning up messes from these guys. They're amazing. I love them. And I have a bunch of them in my stash, but you have to store them upright, okay? So that the ink doesn't leak out. So I'm going to put these up here in this other bin for now, just so they're not laying sideways. But anyway, just a tip from me to you. You definitely want to store them upright. Okay. Okay. So now look at, I can even take my paintbrush and blend it further, and here we go. And we can get this wet and keep going. Oh, I was gonna let that dry too. All right. So that's those. Let's see what else. We're working on a tag here. Oh, the clean color dot also have metallic ones. So I think we used a purple metallic the other day in one of the tags that we made, but I'm going to do a few of these, and you can even go over the metallic ones are opaque and the regular color ones are translucent. So like if you had black paper or something like that, you could use the metallic ones because they will hold up. But same thing here, just they're metallic, and I wanted to make sure and show you those. Those are really, really fun. I love them so much. Okay, let's see. What's next on our list? We talked about those. Let's keep our brushes up here. The Ecoline brush pens, I know I showed them to you, but they really are one of my favorite. They're so good. So these we've been using, these next ones we've been using quite a bit. They're a bit different than the water-based or dye-based ink. They are, these are Sharpie Creative Markers. I believe these are, I don't know, I want to say they're acrylic, but I actually don't know for sure, um, because they write on so many surfaces, but I think they're acrylic. But anyway, they are opaque. Let's move that out of the way. They are opaque. Oh, this one's getting dried out. Uh-oh, what happened? Let's get a different one. Let's use this color. So yeah, so they're nice and opaque. You can go over other colors. Okay. You want to make sure it's dry. This is not really that dry, because you can ruin your nib, but these come in this like medium point. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I had to change it to 11. Yeah, but thanks for coming to hang out. Sorry for the confusion. Oh, let's see. Alicia said watercolor paper, Sharpie Creative Markers, water-based, yes. And acrylic paint markers, metallics. That's what you got? That's so exciting. That's very exciting. I can't wait to see what you make with them. Sonia said my marker collection looks collection from goodie bags and samples and such. I'm really liking how you're using them all together. Even if it's just swatching, you make it all look beautiful. Thank you, Sonia. That's really sweet. Well, I mainly just want to show you like the different types of markers and how they can be used and why you would use one over another in a different way. So this is the Sharpie. This was the medium point. And then this is the brush pen. They do have fine point, and I do have them thanks to Robin, my darling mother. She sent them to me, and they're in the other room, so I'm very sorry. But it's basically the same thing, just with a finer point. But these are really nice. They color over each other. You can, if you catch this right away, let's see if we can get some water on it. They should blend a little bit. Yeah, they do. A little bit, not a lot. Okay, not a lot, but they do blend out a little. So you can do that. Let's see what happens if we put this here and get it wet. I got fresh water. I'm so happy. So I can pick it up and then paint with it. It's much lighter. I also have a lot of water on here, but you could do a little bit of like a watercolor wash type thing with it. So that's pretty cool. You know, I feel like, at least for me, I feel like markers get overlooked. Like, I don't know. I mean, they're definitely great for like adding touches at the end and stuff like that, but I feel like they don't really get um as much attention as I feel like they deserve, because they really do help with lots of things, and they're portable and they're just great. So this is the other, so we use some Sharpie markers. Posca, where do you post the time change? I didn't get alerted. This morning when I made the link, I posted it and I said we're meeting at 11. So I'm sorry sorry you didn't see that in time. I'm trying to do it the day before, but you know, the weekend is just tricky. Okay, so I'm giving these a shake because sometimes the paint can sort of like separate and settle a little bit. So anytime you're going to use any kind of paint marker, you want to shake it. Okay, just wake it up, get all the juices mixed together. And these come in lots of different sizes. And let's see, I don't have all of the sizes, but I can show you like like a good range. Whoops. So this one is, and they have like these codes that tell you like what size they are. So this one is a PC1M. I think they have like 5 or 6 different sizes, and by sizes I just mean how the tip looks. So this one is pretty small. It's a small bullet kind of tip, and if I just do really light, you can see, and I can press down and get a little bit more, but not a lot. Okay, so this one, I'm going to bring it close. is pretty thin line. It's nice for just doing some doodles and edge work and lining and stuff. Then these two are the same. I just thought they're both really pretty colors. This one is a PC 5M. 5M is a pretty popular size. A lot of people get the 5M. It's a nice, like, I would say medium bullet. And this just makes a thicker line. It's pretty hard. It's not gonna like give you too much variation. If I'm really light, I can get a slightly thinner line. You can also just like color in stuff with this. They make lots of different sizes, and then they go all the way up to the Mopper. And the Mopper, it's arguably the biggest size. Let's see, I do have a whole collection of the chisel, the big chisel, but I don't know if they're over here yet. Hold on. Deco Color Arteza. Well, we have some Arteza ones that are similar to the Posca. So when we get there, I'll show you that, and just know that they come in several brands. But this Mopper is like, oh, sorry, there's a question. Sorry. Elisa says, I have to dip these in water to get them activated. What are you talking about? Sorry, what did you get again? Hold on. Let me go back to to the chat. Okay, so you got Sharpie Creative, no. Oh, and watercolor paint markers, acrylic paint markers, metallics. Okay, so the Sharpie Creative markers, you got these. Neither of those are dipped in water, okay? So these should just work right away. They don't need to be primed or anything. I got a white one here, but they don't need to be primed. They should just be ready to go. If you open it, you should get some color right away. Yeah, we don't prime these. If you got Posca, these need to be primed. So when you first open them, they'll have a white nib. And to prime them, you just pump it. You pump it, or you just hold it down until you start to see color, and you can color with it. But don't ever dip it in water, okay? Because you'll ruin your nib. Well, that's a great question. Thanks for asking that. If I didn't answer your question, then let me know, and I'll definitely help you. Okay. So yeah, so that gives, okay. And then we have the Mopper, which is like almost like a bingo circle. So I'm just going to lightly press it. They're very, oh, okay, let's do it more. They're very juicy. They make amazing circles. You can cover lots of area. They're so good. And then I like to do this and splatter and get fun, crazy stuff. In fact, we used these in one of our first tags, didn't we? Or earlier tag. And we did that splatter technique. Let me show you up close. It's super fun. The Moppers are so fun. If you feel like that's something you might like to play with, I recommend getting some, even just one or two colors to play around. Acrylic paint ones. Yeah. Okay. So if it's something like this, it doesn't have to be this brand, but whatever acrylic paint markers you got, they probably have a white tip when you first open them, and you just have to pump and prime them, okay? I don't have any that are not primed at the moment, so I can't show you, exactly what that is, but that's basically what you do. You just pump the nib, it should go back into the barrel, and then you just either hold it there or keep pumping until you see color in the may I see your stamp? Oh yeah, my stamp. I didn't even stamp it yet. Let's do it now. I made a coffee ring. Yes, sorry about that. I forgot to show you guys. And let's see. We'll make it orange. It's already got some black on there. So another thing you can do with your paint markers, this is a water-based marker, and so it's going to work really well. Because you can reactivate it with water, and it's probably getting, yeah, that's okay. So I'm coloring all around my stamp. This is a really fun way to use your markers. So you color your stamp all around, okay? And then you just kind of like very lightly spritz it with water. I'm going way back here to spritz with water because I don't have my good water brush or water bottle. Anyway, it's activated. Okay, and then we're gonna go up here and press. Let's see. Way cool. Thank you. No, don't ever be sorry. Ask all the questions. And I'm sorry for that you didn't know the new time. Lisa says, got it. Took me a minute. Yeah, that's okay. This is you're brand new, so it's not completely intuitive to know what to do. Okay, here we go. Ooh, that's pretty fun. Okay, maybe it's tea or something. There's my. It's kind of funky, but it's fun. I just wanted to make a little splatter ring or like coffee ring thing. So there's my stamp for today. Okay, what else? What's next? So we talked acrylic paint markers, and Alicia or anyone, if you have more questions about that, please ask and we can play right here live. Okay, this one. So Spectrum Noir makes alcohol and water-based tricolor pens, markers, sorry. And they're pretty cool because so this one is the tricolor aqua. So that means it is a water-based product. I don't have any of the alcohol ones over here, but they're very similar. But anyway, I like this because it gives you 3 different colors in one marker, and they're priced well and they're good quality. The tip is nice. It's pretty springy and firm and kind of firm. And they give you 3 colors that go together. So these ones don't have to blend because they're just water or aqua pens. But look at the colors are really nice and juicy. Bloody Mary ring. Ooh, Sonia, we need to hang out. That's amazing. Yes. That is a great brunch beverage, isn't it? I like the way you think about that. So here we go. Then they're aqua pens, so we could move the colors out a little bit, get some more water, really juice it up. So yeah, these are also fun to use. Again, these are like the other ones where we can put some color down on our mat and then get your water brush, whatever kind of water brush you're using, and pick it up and actually watercolor paint with it. Okay. So look at this crazy mess. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, crazy mess. Okay, so moving on, and look at when I've splattered water, look at this stuff. Oh, we're not close enough. Maybe I should get closer. Look at, we've got some little dots forming here. So these are water reactive too, which means after it dries, if you get it wet, you can move it around or pull some color out of it. So really, really fun. So many things. Look at, these are just markers. Like we can do everything with them. You could stamp with them. You could do all sorts of really cool things. I'm going to save the alcohol ones for last. Let's see what's next. So we have these glitter pens, which I've showed you a few times, but I couldn't leave them out of marker day because come on, they're so good. So these are like, they're similar to the acrylic paint pens in that they need to be pumped to prime them. You need to shake them before you use them to make sure everything is mixed up really nicely. And here we go. Oh, so good. Here. And they go over other colors. You can tap, you can make dots, whatever. I mean, they're so good. Oh, they're just so good. If you like glitter, or maybe if you're like, I like glitter, but I don't want the mess of glitter, but I like to use glitter on stuff, you need to get these pens. I'm serious. They're just so good and they last a really long time. Look at this. They're not even dry yet. And look at the metallic shimmer of them. They're so good. Oh my God, I love them so much. Okay, so that's that. What's next? We got a whole pile here. So then we've got the Kareen. I don't know how to say this. I used to say Karen, but I was corrected. I think it's Kareen. And Olo now sells these. I don't know if they joined forces or they bought them or they just distribute for them. But anyway, oh, sorry, you can't see. There we go. Karin is the brand, and they make different deco gel pens. This is the metallic one, but they have like a Milky Way set. They have 3 different sort of collections, and they're great. They're just really like a fine line pen, almost like what's the other one I have here? The Jelly Roll pens. Jelly Rolls are probably my favorite. Look at these. This is like part of my collection of Jelly Rolls. They're so good. They write on lots of things. They're just great. So anyway, the Korean ones though, I love these as well. This one is metallic. You can see it writes over things. I'm just going over different things that are dry. You don't want to get this, you don't want to write on anything wet. So you can see, like, just make doodles everywhere, whatever. Those are great. I think it's really important to have either some of these Koreans or some of the jelly rolls in your collection, especially if you do like art journaling, mixed media type stuff, because they're great for coming in after everything is dry and just do some doodling, you know, and just, oops, there we go, and give some final little details. So you can do little X's or little scallops or whatever. And these jelly rolls I've had, oh my goodness, I don't even know how long I've had them. A really long time, and they never let me down. They always work great, and I just love them so much. And they have so many different colors, and they have metallics or neons or neutrals. They have a whole set of gray range, which is great. Anyway, so I can't talk enough about those. I really love them a lot. Oops, this needs to go back here. Okay. Okay, we're getting through it. Let's see. How are we doing on time? Okay. We will cut this up and make a tag out of it, and we'll use my love stamp as well, since I didn't get to use it yesterday, and the splatter one, but yeah. We're just gonna keep playing. Hopefully this is good for you guys. Do you like this learning stuff, or would you rather just make a project? Let me know your thoughts. Oh, let's see. Robin said my stamp is a Sunday because it's Sunday. Oh, that's great. You can drink a Sunday, right? Okay, so I'm shaking these. These are from Arteza, but Posca also has a version of these. And these are wonderful because they're a big, chunky, look at how big and chunky this chisel tip is. I like to sometimes draw with it just to challenge myself because it's so big. It might need to be primed. Yeah, okay. But look at, this is the gold one. Arteza ones are okay. They're not bad, but I really like the Posca ones a lot. Let me try this silver one. Oh yeah, I couldn't find these. Oh, I'm gonna show you this one too. Okay, let's try this one. I might just need to prime it more. Oh, there we go. Oh, there. Okay. Ooh, that's nice. So it's nice because you can make nice big lines, big statement lines. You can go over other colors. I love what's happening here. That's really pretty. You know, this one doesn't, I don't know if I have to prime it more. It doesn't, oh, there, it kind of covered that. But anyway, the large tip ones are really nice. And I will say Arteza's fine, but if you are going to get some, I would just get the Posca ones. Those have been my favorite. I don't know where mine are at the moment, but I have like there's like a pack of 10 colors, and they're so good. So good. This one also is really good. Pabeo makes a version that's slightly smaller, but you know, I had to get it because it's hot pink. Let's see. Elisa says, love learning. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I'm so glad that you're excited about art supplies, and I can't wait to help you get going. I'm like bursting. I'm so excited. Robin said, I love everything you're doing, learning how products work and then making a project. Yeah, okay, good. Thank you for the feedback. I appreciate that. Just want to make sure it's valuable for you guys. So this one is still got a pretty big bullet. A tiny bit smaller than the other one. Is it though? I don't know. Actually, it might be the same size now that I'm looking at it. It's just a shorter marker. So, but you know, I couldn't help it because it's hot pink, and you know, we all understand. But look at how fun it is. Just really fun to make marks. Sometimes I'll challenge myself and draw a face with it because it's so chunky and difficult. This is a chrome marker, and this is Arteza, and it's my favorite. There's some things that Arteza does that I really love, and this is one of them. I'm obsessed with the chrome markers. I love drawing on black pages with them. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm just like blown away every time, and I love it so much. It literally looks like chrome. Okay, I'm gonna go over this black area here, but I'm trying to find part of it that's like dry so I can really show you. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It looks glossy and glassy and like shiny and chromy. I don't even understand it. Here, let me just get close. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh, it makes me so happy. I can't even, I can't even. You have to get a chrome marker. You just have to. It's so good. Okay. Now we're going to move on to non-water based stuff. Okay. Sorry, I'm just straightening that out. Okay. This one, Marvia Cheetah has a nice deco in their deco color line, nice metallics. Let's see. I have the gold, and there's a silver somewhere and a rose gold. Oh no. Yeah. Okay, there's the three. So they have silver, gold, and rose gold. And you also have to give these a shake. These are oil based. Generally, metallic kind of markers like this are oil based because of the way metallics work. It kind of works better that way. Not 100%, but more often than not it is. Okay. Let's see. Alicia says, so I got brush tip and bullet tip. Bullet tip must be the pen type. I'm using white and black paper. Yes. So bullet tip. I'll just show you real quick. This is the bullet tip. Okay, so it's harder. It's more, I'm going to say hard. It's more firm, and it's kind of like a pen tip. And then the brush tip is just that. It looks more like a paintbrush. It'll have more flexibility. See how it has the point to it, where the other one was kind of rounded at the end. So it squishes a little bit more. It has a little bit more flexibility and gives you slightly different marks on the page. But yeah, that's exactly right. Robin said, I think we got the Arteza Chromes in Advent one year. I have them in love. Yes, I think so too. Yeah, they're so good. I love them so much. I'm addicted. So these ones I haven't used in a while, so I'm giving it a really good shake and then priming. And I'm pretty sure are these oil based? Yes, these are oil based. So it's sort of like, here we go. You're not going to get let's see. Yeah. Okay. So oil-based pens work a little different than water-based. So oil-based is great for non-porous surfaces. So let's see. Let's get our clear sheet out here. And I've got this so this is my wet media Duralar. And let's just make sure this is primed and ready. A little bit more priming. I haven't used them in a bit. So if you haven't used your markers in a little while and you start to try to use them and they're kind of scratchy or they're just not painting well or coloring well, especially if they're like the pump kind, then just give them a pump and let them sit for a second and get react. Oh, that's okay. That's going everywhere now. Okay, let's see. Oh, I got some splatter. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, look at this. So this is not as fair of a comparison because this is wet media Duralar, so it does also take water media, but I just want to show you that look at, ooh, that's pretty, really nice and metallic-y. But what oil-based markers can be used on paper, but really they're made for non-porous surfaces more. So yeah, that's where I would use them. This is Sharpie. So Sharpie makes oil-based markers. If you're gonna work, oh, this one's new. Oh, look at us. Look at us having a new one. So Alicia, here I'm over here. I give it a good shake and then I'm just holding it down and pumping. You could do either one really. I'm just gonna hold it down here for a minute and see if we get, I'm surprised. Oh, there it comes. Okay. So you want to use oil based. Also has a kind of a scent to it because it's, it's not water based, it's oil based. So sometimes that catches people. Let's see. So you want to use oil based for specific reasons. This one still needs a little bit of priming, but here we are working on plastic sheet. Same with this one, same thing. It's oil based. So Yeah, so you want to save your oil-based markers for when you're working on non-porous surface, like glass or metal or whatever, something like that, right? Look at, oh, that looks so good. So good. All right, check this out. And this is on the clear, right? So then you can layer, do whatever. Sometimes, let's see, I'm trying to think of other uses. But yeah, mainly I would save your oil-based ones. You can use it on paper, but it's kind of being wasted because you can use water-based ones that do the same thing on paper. You know what I mean? So that's how I use them. Of course, you can do whatever you like, but that would be my recommendation. Okay. Like, so there's one artist that works with deco art. He's really amazing, and he's at Creativation every year, and he draws on glass bottles. So he will use the oil-based markers to do his art on the glass, like on the wine bottle or whatever, because the water-based ones just won't stay. You know what I mean? So that's when you would use an oil-based marker. Okay, just checking for comments or questions. I think we're good. So now we're going to talk about, excuse me, alcohol markers. So I just have Olo here, but you can think of Copic. Spectrum Noir has their own version. There's lots of companies that have alcohol markers. Ohuhu does. Theirs are pretty good for like entry level or mid level. Arteza has them. Like lots of art companies have their own version. So if you want to play around and try it, start with any of them. Olo is my favorite. I've actually sold all my Copics and I just have Olo now because I love them so much. And I love their system. So I'm going to talk about it a little bit because I'm really like I love it a lot and I'm really passionate about it, and their system is different than any other marker on the market, literally. So normally a marker, or we'll just talk about alcohol markers for a second, like Copics even, they have so Copics, you have to, when you want to reload it, you have to take out the nib, and they sell refill bottles and you refill the barrel. And there's something inside that's always feeding that nib, and so because of that, you can overfill it and then you can make a mess and cause problems, but also you don't get to use all of your ink. You use like 60 to 70% of the ink that gets put into the marker. Oh, and that's with any marker. So like these markers, this is not alcohol marker, but inside here there's like this insert that has the ink sort of like suspended in it. Like it's like a tube kind of with material in the middle. And then that feeds the nib. So when that dries out, then it stops working, right? But with Olo markers, and you can go to the website and you can see more in depth what I'm trying to tell you here, not very well. They don't have that insert in there. This is just a barrel full of ink. So you use like 95% of the ink that's in here, and you don't refill it. When this is empty, you buy a refill, you buy this cartridge again, and then you just move your nib into the new cartridge. Okay. And then the other cool thing is that these markers, so this side, I have a chisel tip for this color, right? And so we can color on here. It doesn't, this is watercolor paper. It's not made for alcohol markers. So, you know, it's harder to blend on here, but I'll still show you some stuff. But, anyway, this is V2.3 on both sides, so it's the same color. And this side has my brush tip, right? So I can have two different styles of coloring. But the really cool thing is there's a divider here. So when you buy an Olo marker, you just get this. You get, it's like half a marker, okay? And so if you want a chisel and a brush, you buy a chisel and a brush. If you want just brush pens, you're like, I don't use chisels, then you buy just the brush. They have they have ends. I don't have any over here. But they have ends so that if you just want one-sided brush, and you know, so you're not coloring with like just half a marker, you can do that. Or you could like put the like V2.4, which is right here. So if I just wanted my brush pens together and I wanted to oops, I'd have to take this off because it comes with this little connector thing in the middle. So then I would just put these two together, and then I know 2.3 and 2.4, which I would use to blend, right? So then I would color with this one with, because I'm just using my brush, and then I would have this one, and then I could do some blending in the middle and go back and forth. And, you know, obviously, like I said, on this paper, it's not going to blend very well, but then you just have, colors that go together, or maybe colors that you use together often, and you could customize it however you want. I think it's just amazing. I love it so much. 2.4. So, but I have the brush and chisel because sometimes I use chisel, but I use brush more. And then the refill is super easy. And you get to really make it whatever you want and customize it however is right for you. And you get to use more of your ink, and the nibs on them are the highest quality. They're just as good as Copics. So to me, this is really, in my opinion, giving Copic a run for its money, because it's just so good. And they started, I think, with like, oh, I don't remember how many colors, 96 or 100 or something. Anyway, they're close to 300 colors now. They have a new set coming out soon, and so they've got a wide variety of colors, and they're amazing. And it's like a family owned company, so you know I love that. So anyway, that's my little spiel on Olo. I don't have any affiliate with them or links or anything like that. I just really love their markers and I love their company. And so I just want to promote it to you guys because it's great. So anyway, alcohol markers. Do I have alcohol paper here? Shoot. Let's see if, hold on one second. Let me see if I can use, I don't know if it's going to work on this paper, but this is pretty good paper. This is what I use for my, yeah, no, I think it's sinking in too quickly. So there is a particular type of paper, that's not too bad, that you can use for alcohol blending. And it's really smooth and white. This is kind of working. It's better too if you have something to color so you can really see, but you kind of blend in the middle. And I could teach a class on alcohol blending. I'm not an expert by any means, but I do it and on my own, and I do really love it. And I think you can get really great results pretty quickly doing it the way that I do it. And so I would be happy to teach or do a YouTube video or teach a class on this if people are interested in it, but it is a very particular thing. So all that to say, if you're interested in exploring alcohol markers, like I wouldn't buy them just to like doodle and color. I would buy them and use them if you want to color a picture and like blend, you know, and do all of that. I think that's where they shine, and that's where the value is in them mostly. But you know, everybody has their own thing, you know, and if you just want to use them to, if you just like the way they write and you want to use them to just doodle and stuff, of course you can definitely do that. But personally for me, I like to get them out and use them when I'm going to be coloring a picture and I want to blend it and make it look nice. So hope that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense for you, or if you have any questions about alcohol markers, or if you're interested in learning more, because it is kind of a specific thing, and we don't really talk about it a lot. So I'm going to add some more colors over here and fill this page because I want to whoops oops, this one. I want to cut it up and make a something really quick. Oops, I already put this back. Let's take this back here and let's blend. This is a hot mess over here, but I think it could be fun. We can pick an area that we like and maybe cut it up and make something out of it. I don't know. It might just all be craziness, but who cares? I really like what's happening over here, and I love these splatters. So one way to get those little dots when you work with the water-based products or the watercolor stuff, right? The markers that we've been using. and you splatter just water, just clean water over it. I'm not going to put that back in there. And then you wait a second and you get a paper towel, a dry paper towel. Okay. And then you pat it. Then you get these really fun water stains. Like they lift some of the color. And that is really fun. It's a technique you can do with your markers, with your water-based markers, also with your water-based stamping ink. You know, a lot of people do that with like Distress ink or Catherine Pooler, stuff like that. So, okay. I feel like I just like did marathon talking. Let's see. Carol. Hi, Carol. I didn't know you were here. So glad that you're here. Hello, can only watch for a minute, waiting for knitting class. That's exciting. I love that you're taking a knitting class. What is the name of the markers? Oh my goodness. Oh, of the markers. All right, if you're talking about the ones I just talked about, the alcohol markers, it's OLO. OLO, very simple. But if you're talking about something else, I have so many markers on the table. So, but if it's the one I was just talking about, the alcohol markers, it's OLO. It's a really great company, and I highly recommend them. Okay, let's see. Elisa says, so water-based markers, are they supposed to mix when you apply water to the paper? Does it have to be a water brush? Okay, great questions. So, if you're going to use water-based markers on a piece of paper and you want to add water, I would either put the marker, so let's do it together. I would either, let's get a different one that we haven't used much. Here, this one. We didn't use orange too much. So I would either, this is dry, okay? Color the marker on the paper and then get your brush with water and brush over it and move it around, okay? Do not, I'm going to say it real slow. Do not put water on your paper and then take your brush marker and dip it in the water and move it around. You'll ruin your nib, okay? So don't do that. If you don't want to like color on the paper and then move it around, the other way to do it that we've been doing today is to get a non-stick mat, either a silicone mat or a Teflon mat or something like that, and color with your marker on that non-stick mat, and then get your brush wet with water. So there's water on here. Dip it in the marker, right, in the paint, and then color on your paper with it. Okay? So those are the two ways to do it, but don't dip your marker nib in water ever. Just don't do it. Okay. That's a really great question. Are they supposed to mix when you apply water? And yes, you can mix. Okay. So that's another thing. So if you, let me just wipe this so we have a fresh sort of palette to work with here. So let's say I didn't get good mixing colors. Let's see. Yeah, we could do this. Let's say we just have these two and we really want purple, right? So we can put down our turquoisey color. Is this actually turquoise? I think it is. Yeah, turquoise blue. And then we can put down some pink color next to it. Okay, and we can keep those separate and we can put turquoise and pink on this, or we can get our brush wet and we can just mix it and see what we get. And then it's not quite purple. I need more pink, but it's closer. It's a different color of blue now. So you can definitely mix your colors on your palette or on your nonstick mat and then put it on your paper. I hope that helps. Let me know if you have more questions or if that answered it for you. Carol said, perfect. Okay, great. Yes, Olo, if you want to do any blended coloring. And also let me know, guys, if you want me to do like a basics of alcohol blending, I could definitely make a class for that, or just like a YouTube video or whatever. Woo, that was a lot. I mean, markers, right? Okay, it's just about noon. So let's cut this up. I'm really digging like this area that has some gold and silver and these pretty colors. If you guys like that, I think we should do that. Let's see. I'm going to use this as a guide, and I'm going to get a little bit of that, all of that. Ooh, and we'll have that black splatter up in the corner. I think that's going to look really good. Okay. All right, so this just popped in my head, and so I'm going to just say it out loud. I know some of you already chose your word of the year. I still have not. I've had some thoughts, but I haven't chosen my word yet. And so I feel like it's got to be coming soon. It usually just comes to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's my word of the year. It hasn't come to me yet. So did you choose yours yet? Have you made any art to hang on the wall to remember it yet? Look at this tag. We just doodled and did crazy. Look at this tag. Come on. This is so fun. It's so good. It's very 80s, which is definitely my style. Look at that. I love the silver and gold together. Okay, so let's do some extra little things and doodle it up. Doodle it up. Okay, I want this paper back because it'll be good for not getting my mat messy. I'm going to put a little bit of black down here. Right? That's perfect because we want to anchor it a little bit, get it together. Oh, I love this. Okay, what else? What else? Let's see. We are going to get a quote because why not? It's a nice big tag. And let's see. Oh, what's that? Okay, hold on. And we could do some doodles on it too, maybe with our, oh, come on. All right. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Let me just pick some stuff out here real quick. Okay, that is really great. So this is one of my quotes from my quote set. If you don't know, I have art quotes on Etsy, and there are more coming soon. Some more different ones and different backgrounds and stuff, different fonts. Because those have been out there for a little bit, but if you don't have them, it's a good time to pick them up. You can, they're digital files, so you just print them on your computer. You can print them on sticker paper, which is great, or just on regular paper. And then you can use them in your journal pages or projects, whatever you're making. And they're really fun. And yeah, oops, I need to cut this some more. So this is one of mine that I'm going to use. It says, live like your life is on the line. And that is a line from a Pink song, and I love Pink. So I'm just going to cut this up. I'm not quite done with this background yet, but let's do this. Pink, I love her. I got to see her in concert. It was so amazing. I cried probably through the whole thing because I love her so much. Okay, let's see. What if we do a little bit of like X's up here? Maybe we could outline this thing. Look at how nicely it goes over that other color too. Very fun. Oh, I want some more dots. We need more dots in other places. What if we use, okay, I like this purple. So sometimes when there's a transition, I can do some doodly things. Just to sort of like, I don't know, it just helps. And then you could take it up. That looks pretty cool. Just to add a little bit more something. I want another one. Let's see. I've got so many colors up here. What if I do a metallic blue? How are we doing? Oh, Sunny said, I'm working on mine. I have light vitality. Ooh, has been suggested via quiz. Ooh, light or vitality. Ooh, those are good ones. I would love to know what you pick in the end. Some of you have told me already. I think Robin and Carol, maybe. Did you guys tell me? But can you tell me again? Because I forgot. But I really want to know. And did you make any art for it yet? Okay, this is pretty good. Pretty amazing. Do I want to do anything around a border? I know we're almost there. I just want to think about it for a second. What if we did some chrome action up in here? Okay, let's see. I don't know. I don't know if I want chrome all around. Maybe. I'm just letting it be like sketchy and scratchy a little bit. That seems interesting to me. I kind of like that. Sometimes it's fun to have a border. What do you guys think? Uh-oh, that paint's still wet. You really do want to be careful. I'm doing it anyway because I want to finish here, but if it happens to you, you just got to clean your brush or your marker right away. But if you like, this is a paint marker, this black here, and it's still kind of wet because it was very juicy. So if you're coming over it with another kind of marker, you don't want to do that while it's wet because you could ruin this nib. Okay, so just be careful. Oh, these are really getting annoying now. Stay. Just be careful. Okay, that's all I want to say. Okay, we're good. All right, I like this. Let's get our quote on here and we could be all done. It feels like this might be on sticker paper. I'm not sure. Is it? Yes, it is. Wonderful. Okay. Actually, I kind of want to start at the bottom. Whoops. Okay, Cassie, here we go. All right. Yeah, printing it on sticker paper is kind of gold because I think I want it on this side. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Sorry, I'm thinking and trying to talk at the same time. Because then, you don't have to do anything else. You just stick it down. Life is on the line. Okay. I think it's time for me to go to another concert. I've been jonesing a little bit. Do you guys like concerts or no? Okay, we're almost done. And then I think I'm going to outline it because I think that would look nice. Maybe if I can get this last little bit off here. There we go. Like, there we go. Look at her. So pretty. This is definitely me, right? This is my style for sure. Okay. Put this in the trash. Let me just outline this real quick. I kind of want to use whitish. Hold on. Ooh, let's see how these work. I haven't really used these yet. These are Papermate Inkjoy Bright White. I don't know, is it even active? Is it? Sorta. Did these must have come with something because I would not have bought them on their own. Let's see if they work. There. They do, but it's not thick enough. So never mind that. But you gotta try stuff sometimes, right? Here, let's use this. Okay. There we go. I like this. What's happening? Why is it pink on there? I must have gotten it dirty and didn't clean it or something. Okay. It's just adding a little bit of emphasis around it to make it stand out a little bit. And keep it kind of messy. There, that looks good. All right, I think our project is all done. Check it out. Look at that chrome and the glitter. Ooh. And the dots, aren't those dots fun? Look at the dots here and over here. Those dot markers are just so fun for adding little extra doodles and finishing it up at the end. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Alicia. Robin said, I went to many, but only ones I love now are Henry's. Oh, concerts, yes. um, Sonia said, I used to go to concerts all the time. My recent ones are the old fogies now. Billy Joel, Elton John, Bette Midler. That's great. Those are great concerts. Another great live. Yes, thank you guys for coming. Let me switch screens. Thanks so much for coming to hang out with me on a Sunday morning. I hope you have a good day and maybe get to play with your markers. And yes, our beautiful little tag to add to the list of, or add to the collection. We've got a nice collection started this year so far. And so tomorrow is day 15. Ooh, it's my brother's birthday. Okay, so Carve December for tomorrow is animal. So that's going to be interesting. What animal am I going to do? I have no idea. And Tool. Ooh, I love Tool. Okay, I'm excited for that. So that's going to be great. So make sure to join me tomorrow. I'll get the link posted and should be 7, but check Facebook to make sure, or YouTube, wherever you're watching. It looks like you're all on YouTube, which is the smart idea. Facebook is not great. And have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow.